So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and it was a great week. I had my phone charging, and now it's not going to be because we're out of the very bottom of the Twitter algorithm. And people see our shit again,
Right?
so
Finally.
my fucking phone blows up whenever
I
we
know,
tweet. By
I'm
blow up, it's like 3 notifications, and that's 3 too many for me because I live my life on
I'm happy.
silent.
Yeah, because we used to get just like for the past like couple streams, we were just getting like 1 or 2 likes
Yeah.
on the we're adding like 30 people. So it's like nobody's seeing this.
Bird at bad. Facebook
Bird at
worse
bad.
though. So it was wonderful week for music, and there's one reason why. Limp Bizkit's back.
Didn't we talk about Limp Bizkit? Like you should drop a song next week. Didn't we say that last week?
Because they were teasing it, so I was like, if the song's not out next week, I'm gonna be pissed. Like we're talking about Limp Bizkit next week, whether there's a track out or not. Luckily, there's a track out, so I'm gonna save all like 8 fucks and then talk about their label for when we actually talk about the track in like 5 minutes.
Because it's we're starting with Limp Bizkit today, even though it's a single.
Off with the biscuit.
The biscuit.
Speaking of the biscuit, follow us on TikTok. We've probably hit your For You page at this point because I posted a video of Fred Durst dancing to Dad Vibes, and it's got 42.7 thousand views currently.
Jesus
and almost
Christ.
2,000 and 1.5 thousand likes.
How many comments?
39, because people have been arguing about Limp Bizkit in our comments for the past 2 days.
Like actually arguing?
Well, they're just like that band's bad, and people are like, no, they're good. No, that band's worse than Green Day. No, they're better than Green Day. And I'm like, you guys are right. They suck. Both of the bands, they suck. That's the joke.
Green Day.
Listen, that's all I got. But go like our most recent one. I had to send it to Glory for validation.
I said it was funny.
Yeah, I made a penis out of my cranberry bottles.
You put creator of Fred Talk in her bio. Oh my god.
We are.
God.
I don't see anybody else doing it like us. We're
Fred
fucking
Talk.
creators of Fred Talk, man.
You're right. I want to read some of these comments. Wait. Okay. Let's play songs we wrote 20 years ago and dress like old hip hop folk.
I think the Fred Durst new look is fucking sick as hell.
Oh, somebody who was in the crowd commented.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I wish I saw that set. I wish I saw them on that fucking tour, motherfuckers. Fred Durst.
That's frustrating.
Fred Durst.
I was looking forward to seeing like your pictures, and you were seeing them on Fred Durst Friday.
On Fred Durst Friday, I was getting there so fucking early. I was gonna be so close to Fred Durst, practically kissing him.
Practically, yeah.
Practically kissing
Sniffing,
him.
kissing.
Yeah, doing
like
all sorts of weird shit. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing everything together. I'm gonna be so close to him. You know, this is why he left us on red.
This is why he saw us talking about.
We sent him the link to the link tree, and he looked up Fred Durst on our fucking Twitter and just said, "Why are they tweeting about my sex tape?" I was like, "I'm not responding to these kids."
But like, why does it exist?
Why? I don't know, but it feels like every late 90s, early 2000s celebrity had a sex tape leak at some point. Like, I feel like that was just part of the PR.
You just had to.
Like, at some point in your career, your PR team was like, go fuck someone, and we're going to leak it in like 6 months.
Exactly. And then you have to make it like a big deal. Like, oh my God, why is this out?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh God, I didn't want that out. So, yeah. And then you have to continue to care about it for the rest of your career.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
I went to 2 concerts this past week, 2 days in a row, both in Philly. I fucking hate Philly. In case you missed it, I might have went to like 7 concerts there this past month, but God, do I fucking hate Philly. So I went to.
I love Philly. I'm a Philly lover. Philly, I love
Philly,
you.
I'm inside of you, and I hate you.
Dude.
I went to the Met in Philly on It's Wednesday, and it's like an opera house, so it was very weird place for a concert. But I had probably
I mean, you go to a bowling alley for a concert, so I don't think you can really judge. Alley's
15 minutes on the road. So like, come on.
But it's a bowling alley.
Yeah, but it's a
at least an opera house is meant for like
700 people in it. So like, I saw Frank Iero there and whatever. I don't know. I haven't been there since I saw him there.
That was before the pandemic.
Yeah, it was 2019. But anyways, I went to the opera house. Parking situation in downtown Philly, because this was like city drive in Philly. Horrible. I parked 20 minutes away in a parking garage, and then had to walk back the 20 minutes. It was a mile walk. Scary. There were like people fighting in the alley. No, I go to these concerts by myself, Corey. I don't know anybody that likes my shit. So I went by myself. There were like people fighting in the alleys and shit, and I was like, this is fun. I don't look like a tourist at all with my little clear bag with the water in it and the hoodie. I don't look like someone you should rob. So that was fun. I saw A Day to Remember, Asking Alexandria, and Point North. Interesting lineup. But all the bands slapped live.
That's good.
The second time seeing Point North. First time seeing Asking Alexandria, and first time seeing A Day to Remember. And I've been trying to see A Day to Remember since like 2019, because I wanted to see them on an arena tour they did with Beartooth and I Prevail, and then
that's a good tour. And
then in 2020 their tour with Slipknot obviously got nuked.
Wow. Yeah, that's also, well, that doesn't make any sense, because Asking Alexandria is like butt rock and Slipknot's like
this metal. Was A Day to Remember that was going to be touring with Slipknot. Nah, Asking Alexandria is headlining those arenas now with those fucking butt rock tunes.
Yeah.
But I was very excited to see Asking Alexandria. I bought a hoodie. The hoodie's over there. I was wearing it right before we went live, and then I was like, it's actually still too hot in here to wear the hoodie. So the hoodie will make an appearance in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
It's very exciting. But all those bands slapped live. But still, fuck those two bands for not kicking out their members, but also fuck them for their music going dummy hard. And on Thursday, I saw Lorna Shore with 3 other death metal bands. And
that you can't remember?
No, I know their names. It was Crown Magnetar, Sentinels, who are from Jersey, and then Empire Earth. And that's the first concert where I was like, I just wish I showed up late. Because
the openers just...
death metal isn't for me really to begin with. I'm very picky with it, because it's like most of it just is either too brutal for me or sounds the same. And I'm like, this is just really annoying. And this was more of like, oh, this is the same shit over and over again, especially when they're going at it for half an hour at a clip, and then like a 15-minute changeover, and then we're just back to that.
It's just right back to it.
Yeah. So Lorna Shore was good live though.
I love Lorna Shore.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. They only played for like barely an hour though. Like the show was over before 11 o'clock. Encore and all. They only played 8 songs because all their songs are like 6 minutes long. Yeah. So like that times out to like 45 minutes. But like add just 1 more song would have brought us to the hour mark, because as I said, all their songs are like 6 minutes long. But they played the EP in full. And I had someone in line go, so what's your favorite Lorna Shore album? And I'm like, listen, dude, I'm going to be real with you. I've only listened to the EP, and like rudely turned away from me. I'm like, dude, the EP is a third of the fucking set. You don't have to know anything else. They're literally playing 8 songs, and 3 of them are the EP. I know half the set list.
They already have like gatekeeper fans.
Yeah. Well, they've always been on the bigger side of like death metal. But now that Will's in the band and Will's vocals are fucking crazy, they're like insane, on the verge of like being a super heavy band that goes mainstream. Like they're headlining these. Granted, they're not. Some of them are not small rooms. Like they sold out Atlanta 1,000 people.
Wow.
Like what death metal band is doing that? So Lorna Shore is doing well.
I need Spirit Box and Lorna Shore to just.
Oh, I was dreaming about this one last night. Lorna Shore headlining, Spirit Box's direct support, Dying Wish as the other opener, because you've got the death metal band that's on the cusp of going mainstream, you've got the metalcore band on the cusp of going mainstream, and you've got the hardcore band that's on the cusp of going mainstream. So, but out of those three, no disrespect to Dying Wish, but they're the least likely to go mainstream because Knock Loose is there almost. So, but they got a shot because that album smacks, and we're gonna talk about it after we stop rambling. I promise.
I mean, we don't have any interviews tonight, so I'm just letting you talk
all
man.
night.
All night, man. We're going till 10 o'clock tonight. So
absolutely
get some water, get some popcorn.
Absolutely not. Do not do that.
Got 3 hours left to this.
But Lorna Shore rocked live. Be jealous of me.
As they should.
Because they were pretty fucking good.
Dude, did you see all the simps we have in the comments for the... It's insane.
You know, I was honestly a little offended that I went into a room of 450 people. That interview's got 5,000 views. You're telling me no one there's seen that interview?
I'm sure somebody
Will fucking walked right past me. Literally right past me. I was offended. I was like,
he didn't
Will,
say anything.
Come on. I don't think he even looked at me, but honestly, like, come on.
Did you have you had a mask on?
Of course. I'm not like...
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm like not trying to die. Like, come on. fucking have my mask on. Come on. But like, come on, Will. Like, come on. Dude.
Come back on the podcast.
I was like gonna...
Be our third member.
I was gonna like yell at him and be like, hey, remember me? And he'd probably be like, no. And I would have been like, that's really awkward. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Sorry for putting you...
I'm sorry for asking you that really stupid question. Like, I know you don't remember who I am, but I remember who you are.
Exactly.
You broke our record of most viewed interviews. So
yeah, you replaced the Wiggles.
Yeah, you
Emma
did.
from the Wiggles.
Killing it. But yeah, we got lots of simps in that comment section.
It's insane. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's so beautiful," and I'm like,
"Thanks for watching, guys."
Okay. Thanks for the view. Did you thumbs up?
Did you give it a thumbs up? Did you share it with a friend?
Yeah, please share it with a friend.
Please share it with a friend. One of your death metal friends. On the list of shows that I'm going to this weekend, barring everything stays kosher and great. Pulses and With Sales Ahead. With Poeta as the opener. Glory's so mad that I will possibly.
I should be there. That should be me.
Well, it's gonna be me. So
I love Pulses. I love you guys.
It's like a bestie hangout because we know both the bands. Plus, we interviewed one of the guys on the opening band.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people that we know have responded to the Facebook event and they're like, I'm going. Which is pretty dope. So they're gonna be a bestie hangout going on there. If anybody can recognize who I am, because apparently when I put a face mask on, no one knows who I am.
Incognito.
Yeah. And Sunday, Slipknot, Killswitch Engage.
Oh yeah, you can have that.
Fever 333 and Code Orange. That's gonna be pretty dope if I do wind up going. Cool. I got a pretty good seat to that. But everything in life gotta stay 100. You know,
100. Manifesting everything stays 100 for you.
Staying 100 over here.
100 emoji, fire emoji, exclamation, double exclamation emoji. Not just the one, double.
So true. And with that out of the way, we got music to talk about this week. Lots of it. We're going to kick it off with Limp Bizkit dropping their first single in almost 10 years, and they're in their first album cycle in 10 years. An album cycle for the first time in 10 years. The single is called Dad Vibes.
La-di-da.
Shit rips.
I'm not the biggest fan of Limp Bizkit music. I learned that today after listening to their song Rolling. But this song bangs. I like this song a lot.
This song is good.
This was very good. This was very good.
Like, I knew it was going to be catchy when I heard them like play the studio version at the end of their Lollapalooza set.
Is that where the gift came from? Where he's doing his little dance?
I don't know what part of the set that's from.
You haven't watched it?
I haven't watched the entire set, no. Because, like, watching a video of their live set is very, very boring. Because they've been doing it for so long. And they just play their hits at this point where they they spend a lot of time like bullshitting in the middle of songs. Like they'll just like keep on playing the same riff over and over again. And Fred Durst will like talk about random shit for like 2 minutes. And like then they'll pick
just
the song
ramble
back
on
up
about something.
Yeah, so it's like watching it, sitting down and be like, I'm gonna watch one of their recent sets is like torture.
It's like something that you have to catch live because they're just kind of stuck there. And you actually don't know what's going to happen next.
When I had to see them live, I was like, listen, as much as I love their music, I hate when artists like, no one really does it quite like Limp Bizkit where it's that extreme, but like I hate when artists take an extreme amount of time to like talk to the crowd. And Fred Durst just does it in the middle of songs. Like he'll take a 4-minute song and make it 6 minutes long because he wanted to talk. Because
he just wanted to talk about his day.
Yeah, so I was like, am I really going to fuck with Limp Bizkit live? Which is why I haven't watched their Lollapalooza set. I will catch them, though, the next time they're in town. Hopefully 2022. Anyways, song rips. Going with Suretone Records was an interesting choice because there's only a couple of artists signed to Suretone. They're a relatively small label. They've only got a handful of releases under their belt. Granted, like they put out some of the Angels and Airwave shit, I think, and whatnot. But like for a label that's been around as long as they have been, they don't have very many releases under their belt. And I think that they've severely mismanaged a band called Dead. They're finally putting out their sophomore album next week. After almost 5 years of waiting since their debut album. So I just think it's an interesting move to go with Suretone. I hope that they don't fuck up Limp Bizkit, or if Limp Bizkit has longer than a 1-album deal, it's possible they've only got the 1 record and they just sign like a distribution deal because they don't want to do it themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know the contents of the deal. I wasn't in the room with Fred Durst. I wish I was in the room with Fred Durst and Suretone Records, but I was not.
You're telling me he didn't FaceTime you so you could stay in for the entire deal?
Oh man, no, I wasn't there.
He did. It was a lot of fun. You missed a lot.
Oh man.
He actually brought you up. He was like, dude, this guy keeps like DMing me on Instagram. It's really sad.
This fucking kid keeps on hitting me up on Instagram. I should have never shared his fucking silly stolen meme to my story.
Yeah, he sent me this link to his podcast, and they kept talking about like my sex tape or something. It was so weird, man.
They post about me all the time. It's really fucking weird.
So weird.
So I just think that that's an interesting move, but they signed with a pretty decent sized booking company, and the booking company came out publicly and was like, we're stoked to work with Limp Bizkit, and Limp Bizkit's got a massive tour coming in 2022. So if Limp Bizkit doesn't hit New Jersey 4 times next year and Philadelphia 16, I'm going to be very upset. If I don't see Limp Bizkit 20 times next year, I'm going to be a very upset man. And I would like to interview Fred Durst 8 of those times. That's right. Half the times I see Limp Bizkit, no, that would be 10. Sorry, I can't do math. Because I would see Limp Bizkit 20 times. So 10 out of 20 times I see Limp Bizkit. Every other time, I want to be backstage hanging out with Fred Durst, interviewing him about, how his day is. Did he take a shit today? Did he
Are you eating well? How much water have you had today?
Are you doing okay? How's the wife? How's the kids? You have wife and
kids?
I don't even know.
Let me see. That's curious. Fred Durst Family Man era?
Oh my god. How's your TikTok presence going? Instagram? He
doesn't even have any videos on TikTok. It's ridiculous.
He pulled them all down. It was very upsetting. He had a video where it was like, does he?
He has 2 children, Adriana Durst and Dallas Durst.
Oh my god.
And he's had 3 wives.
Imagine your father being Fred Durst.
It's insane. How old are they? Are they like old enough to realize? Sorry. The first picture for Dallas Durst. Oh, they're like old. Not old. They're like 20s. Right. Here, I'm sending it in the podcast chat. This is the picture that comes up for Dallas Durst. It looks like a mugshot.
Not Fred. Oh, Fred Durst. So yeah, lots of exciting things going on in the Limp Bizkit camp, and they did say when they had like announced that Dad Vibes was coming, like back when they canceled the tour, and they're like, Dad Vibes coming soon, and then their promoter was late to announcing the cancellation of their festival appearances. And when they announced it, like, we canceled those weeks ago, like, don't get mad at us, our promoters were just slow and dumb. The promoter was probably Fred Durst, just saying.
Yeah, because he's the manager, right?
He's the manager, and I don't know who they were signed to for booking when they were still independent. They weren't on this massive booking agency at the time. Anyways, whoever their promoters were late, and when they had announced that like their promoters were late to announcing that, he was like, yeah, like Dad Vibes coming, and then it's gonna be like singles in quick succession, and then the album. So we could be talking about Limp Bizkit for like the next month, and then the record just comes out at the end of the month. They're like, he could lie, and we could see the record 2031. You don't know with this band anymore. I have my hopes up currently, but they're not going to stay up for very long if they take too long, because they signed to Lil Wayne's label, and I think that's when they were supposed to put out this long-awaited record.
They're on Lil Wayne's label?
They were on Lil Wayne's label and did a song with him and everything, and
wow.
They did like they put out like one single on the label, and they were like, yeah, that's enough. And
that's good. And I think that was the right choice. It's
probably the right move, but you know,
I just don't like Lil Wayne.
I don't either. He's short and annoying looking.
He's short.
Very short. Short and annoying looking.
I'm blown away. I can't believe Fred Durst has children, and one of them is called Dallas Durst. That's just such a like.
I wish I was related to Fred Durst.
We can try and trace it back to see if you have any.
I'll just hit him up and go, Dad.
I think I'm your son.
Dad, is that you? Dad? Oh my god. I can't believe you're part of world famous new metal rap band Limp Bizkit.
I think that's the only way you can get him to reply to you. Just like, Dad, ? He starts typing. You're just like, oh, finally, come on my podcast.
You have to come on your son's podcast, Fred.
Please.
I actually tagged him in, because that TikTok that got almost 50,000 views and will probably have 50,000 by the end of the day. It was slowly blowing up, and I posted it on Instagram and tagged him and Limp Bizkit and the podcast. And he.
Was this on your personal?
Yeah. Because I'm in on his personal, you know?
Oh.
I'm in. And he did see it. He did heart it. But Instagram did a fucky wucky and didn't like notice, like in the DMs when you at someone on the story, it's supposed to show up. But the only thing that showed up was Limp Bizkit's band account.
Yeah,
so,
it keeps doing that. Yeah. It only tags one person in my weekly like thing.
Weird, yeah.
It's dumb. Yeah.
So it did that. So he hearted it. I opened it, and it just disappeared. So I was like, that means he read the podcast message again. And then it said on the podcast message that it was read 9 minutes ago. And I was like, that just hurts. Go fuck yourself. Like, that was read like 2 months ago, but go fuck yourself, Instagram. That one hurts.
He unread it just to read it again, just to spite you.
I hate Fred Durst again.
We love Fred Durst.
I'm back to hating him.
Right now, we hate him.
I'm just back to hating him. Back to hating Fred Durst.
I'm only a Dallas Durst stan right now. I love Dallas Durst.
Me too. That sounds like a good man.
Ew. He does. Yeah. I hope he's polite. Come on the podcast, Dallas Durst.
Yeah, since your dad won't.
Exactly.
We can interview you about Dad Vibes.
Does he have an Instagram? You want to come on our podcast, Dallas Durst?
Dallas Durst?
I know it's my turn. Oh, he does. He only has 2,000 followers. That's insane. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Wage War dropped it. It's been half an hour, and we only spoke about Limp Bizkit.
That's why we put Limp Bizkit first. You
got a point. Wage War dropped a new album, Manic. This was heavy.
This shit kind of fucked. I was up very late last night. I logged off early, and my brain didn't log off for like another hour. So I like pretty much thought out all my points while I was waiting to go to bed last night. Wage War is an interesting band because they're like very generic metalcore. I hate to say it. Very generic though.
Respectfully.
Yeah, they're known for like, you know, stealing a riff or two for every single song.
Are you serious?
Well, the infamous one is when I don't know which song it is on their last record, that they just completely ripped Doomsday by Architects. The opening riff is the opening riff of their whatever song on their album Pressure. I think it's on that record. That's like the big famous one, but like most of these songs are just like the shells are just like songs of other bands, and then they like kind of put their own twist on it. It's whatever though, because you know what, fine, it's working. They've got, you know, 1 million plus monthly listeners. I respect it. Like they were direct supporting Beartooth, and people were there for them too, so like clearly they're fucking killing it. The record was good, and I think that they've got a chance. They're on the same label as this band too. They have a chance to become an I Prevail. Because we've got gateway metalcore bands, but we don't have any recent ones. All of the gateway bands are the same gateway bands from when metalcore like first became big in like 2005. Like the gateway bands are still some new faces. The Devils Wear Prada and like Of Mice and Men and bands like that. And we don't really have any new faces, so I think that I Prevail and Wage War, as generic as they are, as much as I love them, as generic as they are, could become the new faces. I Prevail's already, you know, headlining massive festivals, and
everybody knows I Prevail.
Their last record was Grammy nominated, so like, come on. I would argue that they're one of the faces of metalcore, whether the gatekeepers like it or not. But I think they're going to be that. I think Wage War has that opportunity too. They're also on Fearless, so who I Prevail's also on, but I don't think I Prevail's going to be on Fearless for much longer. Just saying, because they, you know, kind of blew up, little big. Fearless, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're gonna go to, what is it, Fueled by Ramen next?
No, please.
Or Bands Go to Die.
They're gonna go and make an album like A Day to Remember. Let me just say, speaking of A Day to Remember. Saw them live on Wednesday. They played one too many songs off that new record live.
Did they play the country one?
No, they did. They played the country acoustic track. It was really bad. Now,
sounds horrible.
Most of the songs, especially the heavier ones off that record, go pretty hard live. Whatever.
Okay.
Kind of expected that, but the amount of people that were singing some of the worst tracks off that record back, like I have a recording of Mind Reader, and I couldn't hear it when I was there because I had my earplugs in, but people were screaming the lyrics back.
Finally you're wearing earplugs.
I've been wearing earplugs since I saw Slipknot because I fucked my ears up so bad. Yeah, so that was like 2019. But anyways, I had my earplugs in, and I couldn't hear the people just screaming it back, but in my video you can hear people screaming the lyrics of Mind Reader back. Mind Reader's off that new record, and it's like, this album is so hated by everyone. Do the fans like it? Like, I don't even know any A Day to Remember fans that like this fucking record.
I don't know any A Day to Remember fans. Like,
I don't know a single A Day to Remember fan that actually likes this shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but whatever. It's working for them. So,
I guess the response wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, critically it was awful. But they went on stage and they're like, we're gonna a third of their set list was the new record, and I'm like, that's ballsy because this had awful reception.
Yeah.
But it's working.
Was it at least like better live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the butt rock country acoustic track, as much as I hate that song, was okay live. We'll give them that.
Respectfully, no.
Dying Wish dropped an album, Fragments of a Bitter Memory.
I just want to say I love that album title.
Yes,
that's one of my favorite album titles. It's so sick.
I've had this album in my possession since I saw them with Motionless in White.
Yeah.
This shit fucking rips. I love this album so much. Until Morning Comes, I think is the track name. It's still my favorite song. I don't care if it was a single or not. It blends the clean vocals that Emma's got and the screaming vocals that she's got, and like combines them, and it's perfect. We need more clean vocals. Come on the podcast, respectfully. I know you guys are on the road right now, but when you're not on the road, there's a spot open. Whenever you're free, we're free. I'll miss class for this shit. I don't care. Come the fuck on the podcast. That's my pitch.
That was a great pitch.
Also, the album smacks like really hard. I have been listening to like nothing but the new Alexandria record, but I promise the record fucks, and I will listen to it.
You liked the Alexandria record?
Oh, glory.
Oh, Shane.
I loved the Asking Alexandria record, and I'll tell you why in like 3 seconds when we start talking about it.
Okay, I just have my 2 little thing. It banged. I'm not like a metal person. Whatever this would be,
This is hardcore.
It's hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a fan of this, but for what it is, I thought it was really good. It wasn't like very repetitive. It wasn't like super loud where I was like, good God, I can't listen to this. It was nice. It was balanced. I liked the vocals. That was good.
Yes.
It was good. Asking Alexandria dropped new album. See what's on the inside. I didn't like this. It was butt rock.
Okay, but here's the thing.
No.
Butt rock. They went full blown butt rock last year.
It did
with like a House on Fire.
They're still here. Mm-hmm.
No, because that
House on Fire was good.
Like a House on Fire was awful, and you said that when we talked about it. We both said that the record was awful. I was the one that went back and said,
but it was better than this.
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. That album was like just like big and like this pop rock shit. Like what the fuck? Because like, but I say a but because it was a natural progression from their self-titled record, in my opinion. Because if this album had come out in 2020 after the self-titled record, people would have been like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Now Asking Alexandria is just putting out the same album multiple years in a row. So it was a natural progression, even if it sucked, and I still hate it. Even though I've kind of grown to love it because I love this band too much to hate any of their work. I think that this album is their best record post Danny coming back, because Danny left the band in 2013 after their record. They put out a super metalcore record in the middle of that because they were like progressing into that butt rock, and then Danny left and they were like, okay, we're back to making strictly metalcore. And then Dennis was like, you guys aren't paying me enough, so he just left in like the middle of the tour. And then they were like, oh, Danny, come back. And Danny was like, okay, I'm back. But can I still like do my countryside project? And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Just fucking come back to the band and we'll make butt rock for you too. It's gonna be great. And now they're doing like this butt rock thing. I think that this was like solely Danny's influence.
Was that the history of Asking Alexandria?
I'm giving a very watered down history of Asking Alexandria, but yes.
Oh my God.
The metalcore album in the middle happening, and then the guy just being like, yeah, no, fuck you guys. And then Danny like, okay, we're back now, even though like on that record.
Wait, who was the guy that they said that to?
Dennis
he left?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, no, I'm done. You guys aren't paying me enough. Goodbye. Like they were
Wait, so 2 people left?
No. Just this one guy. The vocalist on.
So Dennis is the
vocalist on the 2016 record. So Danny is the vocalist of the band. Okay. And then he left in 2013 because he wanted to pursue
his country.
He wanted to have a countryside project, and they were going so hard that like Asking Alexandria's team was like, you can't do that. It's Asking Alexandria or you leave. And he was like, okay, fuck you guys then. I'm leaving. And so they got Dennis, because Dennis had been in another failed band on Sumerian Records that was basically just an Asking Alexandria ripoff. And they were like, okay, we're gonna write a metalcore record. And then Ben was like, okay, here's a song about fuck Danny. And then Dennis was like, oh, we're about to go on the road. Well, that sucks because I feel like I wasn't paid enough for the record. So I'm gonna leave and fuck you guys. I hope you find someone to sing. And they're like, hey Danny, so like you wanna. They played a couple of shows with Dennis because they had like 2 years of like no record. So, and then they were about to go on tour for this in support of this album that Danny isn't on. And they're like, Danny, so like I know like we said go fuck yourself on the record, but like come back. So he came back, and they did that tour, and then they went into the studio, and a year later they put out an album that sounded nothing like the last one. But
yeah.
If we take The Black out of the equation, that's the name of the record that Dennis was on. We take that one out of the equation, it was where the band was progressing anyway. Because I think it's gonna be really bad if I don't know the name of the album that came out in 2013. I think it's The Death of Me, whatever the fuck it's called. It's got a girl on the front, and it's still like kind of like fuck women, but like also we're rock now. I don't know.
Isn't it like every band in that time?
It's like we hate women, but like also we're like rock now. So like I don't know. It's that album. It was like a mixture of metalcore and rock and
From Death to Destiny.
Yes, that's the name. The song that I was thinking.
Oh, with the lady in the.
Yeah. There's a song on the record called "The Death of Me" or whatever, "Death of Us," whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, "The Death of Me."
So they got that record, and I think it's like the perfect blend of the metalcore and the rock. And I wish that they just kind of kept doing that, but like building off of it. So, and then like it was a natural progression to like go to the self-titled album, and I don't think the self-titled album's all that bad. Granted, in 2017 when it came out, I understand why everyone was like, "Fuck this band, fuck them, why the fuck, they suck now." And then they put out the album in 2020, and I understand why everybody said, "Fuck this band, fuck you." But I really haven't seen anyone go, "Fuck this band, fuck you, you suck," with this album. Because I think it's some of their best work since Danny came back. There's a song on here called "Fame." It's the second to last song on the album, and I would argue that's one of their best songs in like 10 fucking years. Like since they stopped making metalcore, I would argue that's one of their best songs. It's like
that's a bold claim, dude.
It's a very bold claim, I know, but it's got like this like rock element to it, but it's also like bordering metal, not like metalcore. There's no chugs, there's no nothing in it, but it's bordering, and I think that that's a sound they should go for, because they've said in interviews off this album cycle, because they were saying like, we're going back to our roots on this album, because it's the first album in 12 years they wrote together in a room because they were locked down. They were like one of the most toured bands, like top 5.
Yeah.
They were just constantly playing shows, like 300 days out of the year they were playing a show. So they didn't have the time to all like get in a studio and record. So this is the first time in 12 years they got in a studio and recorded together. And they were like, "We're going back to our roots, you know?" And everyone was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna fucking make metalcore again." And then they went into interviews and they were like, we didn't mean that. We just meant like the bands that influenced us, so, like Motley Crue, guys. Like, come on. The influences are questionable, but the product, in my opinion, was great. So I think the album is fantastic, and I've had it on loop. It's got the perfect blend of like that really butt rock, radio rock kind of shit that they did in 2020. With a blend of the butt rock, not so radio rock that they did in 2017, plus just a smidge of that 2013 record that I think is their best work. So that's my listen. I just went on a 10-minute tangent about this. Can we please have them on the podcast now? Like,
yeah, can we just
like fucking talk to them? Because like I was like we could like do like a whole like we could just break down this record and then like every other record with them, and like it could just be like this hour-long shit show where we just talk about everything they've ever done and why like fuck metalcore now. Like, why is Danny a country artist now? Like,
why are you a country artist now?
Probably answered 700 times in interviews, but I don't care to go look back, so we just put it all in one. We
just have it in one,
and we could like
bucket.
Clickbait this interview and call it like the definitive Asking Alexandria album.
Asking Alexandria breaking up?
Yeah, Asking Alexandria banging your mom. And this is why we can't have them on the podcast. But
yeah, they were probably like, yes, let's
like,
do it.
Oh
and
my
then
God,
you said
this kid's really into Asking Alexandria. We should let them on the podcast.
Oh my God.
And but yeah, that's my spiel. If you've hated the last couple of Asking Alexandria records, well, I mean, if you hated the last one, you might like this record. If you hated the last two, you're probably gonna hate this record. And if you just hate Asking Alexandria, I just think everybody should listen to this record, whether you hate Asking Alexandria or not.
It's not that great of a record, so
shut up. It was great. I thought it was amazing. Dude, and I've had it on loop. It's not.
You're a Trapped fan, so I don't think I can trust your taste.
It's just butt rock, though, Glory.
It's just butt rock.
It's not just butt rock. Their last album was butt rock. This is like
pop.
It was bad. This is like hard rock, but not butt rock, because butt rock is really just hard rock. But this isn't butt rock. This is arena rock, and there's a slight difference.
Worse.
There's a slight difference. No. There's good arena rock and there's bad arena rock. Bad arena rock is every band that's been around for 40 plus years.
Imagine Dragons. Oh,
that's arena pop. There's a complete difference.
Sorry.
This was arena rock. They didn't try to pull the pop card on us on this record, and I respect them for that. So I think that this album's great, and I can't wait to see them tour it, because I hope they play Fame live. If they don't play Fame, like if someone on their team watches this and you get anything from this, yes, we'd love to have them on the podcast, but I get they've got almost 4 million monthly listeners, so it's probably not going to happen. It's fine though.
Well, we've interviewed people with more than that, so
we interviewed the used, but like we didn't do that the right way. Yeah, we did that through other means. Anyways, like, if you take anything away from this, just tell the band they have to play Fame live because the kid on the internet said that they should play it live.
That one kid on the internet.
Said that they should play it live. That's my Asking Alexandria spiel.
Wow.
Daniel Sherman dropped an album, Uncaged, and we've got an interview dropping with him this week. You should fucking watch it when it comes out. I'm sure it'll do well. His stands will put it on loop or whatever, and I fuck with that. The album fucks. Now, we told him this in the interview, that we were going to let everybody on the internet know that this album opens up with a daunting 4.5-minute track, and then that daunting 4.5-minute track then goes into an 8-minute track.
That's 12 minutes we have there right now, just in the first 2 tracks.
That is a 10th of the record in the first 2 songs, and there's like 15 songs on this record, I think, something like that.
I think so.
So
I think like 13 or 15.
Yeah, so as ballsy as that move is, it's 16 tracks, whatever.
16.
Enough. Yes. As ballsy of a move that is, the album in its entirety rips. And I'm gonna be honest, that 8-minute track gets kind of hard to listen to at certain points. So I don't know if it's on, because he said in the interview, like, if you don't want to listen to the entire album, I get it. Here's like, I'll send you a list of like the songs that you should definitely listen to. And I didn't ask him for the list, so I don't know if that 8-minute track is on the list. In my opinion, if it is, fucking take it off. I'm sorry, just cut it off. Like, if you want to listen to this record and you're like, this 8-minute song is too fucking much, just fucking chop it. It's fine. Get through like half of it and just skip it. You've gotten the gist. It's fine. Just skip it. But I think that everybody should listen to this record, because I think it's very good and you should listen to it. Even if that 8-minute track is daunting, because it is.
I agree. To add on to that, I just want to say I did enjoy the record. I did enjoy the record. It's just, at some points, it's just a little confusing because it's just like, whoa, what is happening here?
Yeah.
But like, it's
That's
good.
his style,
it's just like it is. It is. That's why I'm just like, it's still good because that's just his music.
Yeah.
And it keeps you interested because you don't know what to expect in the next track.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like a house.
Like, you think you've got Daniel figured out, and then you start listening to the next song on the album and you're like, I don't know with this guy anymore. Like, I don't know.
When did we get here?
Like, how the fuck did that happen? Like, where did that come from? Like, you're like, I finally got him figured out. I listened to the entire 8-minute song. I know where this album's going. And the next song is like, and you're like, what? Where the fuck?
The next song is a ukulele track.
Yeah,
and you're like,
what? Where the fuck?
When did we get
why
here?
is it fuck too? Why was the ukulele track good? I don't remember if there's a ukulele track on the album or not.
I'm pretty sure there is a ukulele
probably
track.
is. That seems like a Daniel thing to do. Like, just put a ukulele in the middle of a fucking song and be like, this is a fucking track now. Anyways, fucking album's pretty good. Go watch our interview with him.
It's pretty good, yeah. Well, when it's out.
Later this week.
Later this week?
Yeah.
Cherie Amour dropped a new EP, Internal Discussion. I love them so much. I love them. You're one of my favorite bands now. I love you guys. You're great. You're amazing. I love you. Come back on the podcast. We love you.
Yeah, speaking of bands that we've got interviews coming out with this week, Cherie Amour's tomorrow. So
I love them so.
Watch
they're
that
the
shit.
best.
It's like 45 minutes long, and we talk about the EP.
We had so much fun.
We did, and then we spent like 45 minutes talking to them after the fact. It started off with like one off the record question that spanned into like talking about life, and it was really
it was amazing.
It was very interesting. Never had an experience like that.
If you guys want to talk again,
hit us up.
Let's do it, because I like talking to you guys. You guys are fun.
But the EP rips, and I hate being like, a single was my favorite, because it like, I feel like it makes me look like I didn't listen to the EP, but pretty sure I told.
But there were only a few tracks on the EP as well, so it's not like it was like a 20-track album, and you're like, I only like this one single. So it's.
Well, anyways, I'm pretty sure in the interview I told him I listened to it twice anyway, because it started to loop, and I was like, this fucking rips. you have better memory when it comes to the interviews and shit.
I don't think you did, but it's okay.
Whatever. I probably did
you're telling
like the
them
next
now.
interview. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. I listened to it multiple times. If I didn't tell you in the interview, anyways, Orlando is still my favorite. The closer track.
You said that. You told them that.
Fucking rips. I don't know. There's something in that song, and I think I even told them in the interview. And if I didn't, I'm saying it right now. That's gonna be the big song.
Yeah, you did. You told them that.
Then look at that. I have a recall of what I said in the interview. That's great. That's gonna be the big song. So go stream it so that I can prove myself right.
Yeah.
Thanks. I stream the rest of the EP too, but then put Orlando on loop a couple of times, and then go listen to the EP again, and then loop Orlando a couple times, and repeat. Kane Brown and Her dropped a single "Blessed and Free." Now, when I
love this.
When I think of Kane Brown, I think of Walmart because he was on the front page of the Walmart Mania week.
For the
vinyl Mania week,
where they just stole covers and
yeah, it was really weird. But anyways, like for one of the days he was on the front cover. I'd never heard of this man, but now I just associate him with Walmart.
Walmart man.
So that's why I can't say I really like this track because I associate with this man with Walmart now.
Dude.
That's why. I mean, the song is okay. Not my favorite. But like I hate it because I associate this man with Walmart. I'm sorry. Wow. I'm sorry that I'm letting my personal feelings get in the way of my review. I just morally I can't support a man that's on the front page of Walmart.
Just crosses so many lines.
It crosses so many moral lines. Not even
like Target.
Like come on, like you couldn't have gotten like a deal with like fucking, I don't know, some like local record store. Like you had to do it with fucking Walmart, man. Like you had to, like your PR team like looked at Walmart's page and was like, that looks great.
That's good.
And we don't want that to get buried. Your team was willingly like, we'll be involved in the same week as Five Finger Death Punch. Five Finger Death Punch and Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh God.
That's so. I'm sorry. That's why I can't, in good conscience, say I really enjoyed the song. I really didn't. But even if I did enjoy the song, I would have been like, I can't because just Walmart. Man.
Yeah.
Walmart.
I enjoyed this song. I love her. She just doesn't.
Not Kane Brown.
I don't know who Kane Brown is.
He's a Walmart man.
Sorry, Walmart man. I don't know who he is. I just clicked it and I added it because of her because I love her.
He's a Walmart man.
So. The Devil Wears Prada dropped a new single, Sacrifice. This was heavy. I always forget The Devils Wear Prada is heavy because when I hear their name, I think of the movie. When I think of the movie, I haven't seen the movie. I just think like, ooh, it's going to be like pop or, like rock or something. And then they just start like yelling at me. And I'm like, how'd we get here? So, yeah. But this was okay.
Yeah. I thought that this song ripped pretty hard. Pretty pissed off because they're playing Jersey tomorrow and I'm not going to be there.
What? Why?
Well, I didn't get tickets.
Oh.
And yeah, so I'm just kind of here. And then we booked interviews because I was like, I was like, mentally, I was like, okay, I'm putting it in my head that like, if by a certain date there's no interviews booked, I'm going to buy a ticket to go. And then we got 2 pitches back that
for that day.
Literally the only interviews we have booked are tomorrow. So like someone's playing a fucking sick joke on me because this is fucked up. And then when they were in Philly was when I was seeing A Day to Remember.
I would have picked The Devils Wears Prada.
I really wanted to see Asking Alexandria. And like granted, both of the bands that I wanted to see were direct supporting on a tour. But The Devils Wears Prada will be back, so will Asking Alexandria. Not together, but I'll see both of them at some point.
Unless they decide to tour together in some twisted tour.
That would be
it doesn't
very
fit
weird.
Though.
That would have fit in like 2011.
Yeah, when they were doing metal.
Yes.
That's so weird in my head because I only know Asking Alexandria from their country, whatever they're doing.
But rock, yeah.
Just thinking that they used to do metal is insane to me because I can't picture that. I can't see that.
Yeah. And they're coming up on anniversaries of those albums, like 10-year.
Wow.
And like all they get is a social media post. Like I think that the first album that they'll even consider doing an anniversary tour for is that record that I mentioned, 2013 one where like I went like deep dived it. From Death to Destiny, because it is like a mixture of that metalcore and the rock that they're kind of doing now, so it would make the most sense. But they're not like gonna do Stand Up and Scream live in full because they're not 12 anymore, you know.
No.
Chug riffs, and as much as I would love to see those grown men doing the chug riffs together and like bouncing up and down at the same time, even though they're still kind of doing it on stage.
Really?
Because they're playing some songs off Reckless and Relentless, granted, or not Reckless and Relentless, from Death to Destiny.
The one with the lady. Yeah.
Well, the first 3 records, well, the 2 in the middle,
they all have ladies
on them. Not the first one. But like they're still like bouncing up and down. It's like you can tell the rest of the band like would fuck with some metalcore, but it's like they just want to keep Danny in the band because his vocals are really good. Anyways, that's enough about Asking Alexandria for a week. We'll talk about them next week.
Oh my god.
Memphis Mayfire put out a single, Somebody. This is pretty good. Just dropped the album already. They got like 5 singles out and no sign of a record yet.
No sign of
a record.
Maybe they're just doing singles.
Every press release is like, expect more soon. And it's like, okay, when are you going to announce the fucking album, you losers?
Yeah, when is soon?
How soon is soon? Because I'm getting kind of sick of it.
Are we talking 2022?
The album better be 17 million songs long because there's 5 out already.
It's going to be like 10 songs long.
Yeah, I'll be
12
pissed.
12 songs.
Yeah. That'll suck really bad.
Charlotte Sands dropped a new single, Every Guy Ever. This banged. I like Charlotte Sands.
This banged, but my problem with it is the production. I've gotten a little bit more into like that shit now that I'm like, you know, around music studio and music mixing and shit, so I can like hear this shit now. And there's something off because the last single that she put out that we interviewed her about didn't sound like this. It was clean. This one felt a little muddy. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, you mean I have to listen to this again to form an opinion on it? And it got progressively better as I continued to listen to it, but like that first listen kind of still sticks with me with how muddy the production was. But that's really my only gripe with it. She's setting herself to go like this, especially after that Sad Summer getting added on at the end there. It was pretty big. So
I would have brought up the production, but because Charlotte isn't like the biggest band ever, like if Ask Alexandria put out a song that was produced like this, I'd be like, what is going on? So it's like I try to give like smaller, not as big artists.
Well, when like if all credit. Your production sucks, and I'm not going to make the same point over and over again, but like when you put out a banger that had the cleanest production, and then you put out this song that's got like this muddy shit going on, it's like, what happened here? Like, we didn't throw this through one more time, like make sure it was squeaky clean. But that's my only gripe with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like something like music critic use that word with fucking like quotation.
Are we gonna start talking about
and laugh about
now?
it? No, we're not. Okay. But that's something that like music critics would pick out. Oh, sorry. Fuck, I'm gonna go back to making your mom jokes now. Mice and Men dropped a single, Mosaic, and this fucking ripped. EP3, because they did 3 EPs instead of like a record. 3 EPs, 3 tracks on them. That third EP rollout is finally starting to happen, which is dope. Stoked for it. I haven't listened to any older of Mice and Men stuff, but the new stuff kind of rips. Kind of burned out of each of the EPs though, because like I listened to them so much when they came out because they're only 3 tracks.
I remember that. Yeah, you went like crazy.
And it's like, yeah, these aren't as cool anymore now that I've heard them 70 times, you know.
I wasn't the biggest fan of this. They released like Timeless, right? Was that them? Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of this. I'm not a Mice and Men fan.
As you can tell, this was my week. This was just Shane week.
This is just Shane stuff.
I was like stoked. A lot. Like this week, I was stoked for this week.
This is literally like all of you. There's maybe like 4.
Yeah, I saw Glory only had like 3 or 4 things to the playlist. I was like, oh god, this is the best week of my fucking life. This is just me talking about shit for an hour
and me just like
and a half, and Glory's got to listen to me.
Yep. Next week it's gonna be me though. Hopefully, fingers crossed. When is Save Face dropping? Sorry.
End of the month, 29th.
God. Okay, whenever that drops, that's gonna be my week. I'm claiming it.
I was looking through the release week's schedules, and I was like, not much coming out the rest of the month. I'm like, come on, man. No. It's fucked up.
Good for Save Face though, because then they get like the spotlight as they should.
Yeah, but there's really not much going on, you know.
No, it's kind of dead right now. Next month is gonna be crazy though. Everybody's gonna be dropping like Christmas tracks, and I saw somebody dropped a Christmas track, and I was like, dude, it's October.
Yeah, actually,
what are you doing?
You know what? Fair enough. You got to get it on early. I'm already like, I want to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I'm like already trying to make plans to go because I like that.
Is that the one who did the
that
metal
one song.
cover?
Yeah, they're not.
When
It's
I
not
was
a metal
little,
cover, but they're like a progressive rock band.
Yeah,
that just does Christmas shit. I'm like, this is so cool.
When I was little, that was my favorite Christmas song. I would always ask for it to be put on, and that's how I got here today.
Yeah, no, that song rips, and
it does.
I saw them in like 2016 or some shit, and I want to go again, and I'm like, I'm gonna go, like whether it's by myself or with someone, like I don't give a fuck, like I'm going.
You're going to
go.
see.
They play a matinee show and then a later show. I'll go to both. I don't give a fuck. Like I'll go. Like
exactly. I'll hear the funny Christmas song twice.
They play it twice in the set. When I saw them in 2016, they played the song as the opener and then I think as the closer as well, because it's the only song that people know. Like
it's such a sick track though.
There's obviously like stands of the band, like not stands. There's not like Trans-Siberian Orchestra stan Twitter, but like there's people that enjoy the music.
We gotta create it.
We do. Yeah. That's next. Christmas time. That'll be the joke.
Yes.
But like. There were fans there, but a majority of the people that went just knew the one song, and they all know that. Like they don't give a shit,
and they can't even sing it because there aren't any lyrics, right?
Yeah, but the band doesn't give a fuck.
They just kind of jam up there.
It's not even a band. They've got 2 tours going on consecutively. They've got one running on like the West Coast and one running on the East Coast, and they meet up in the middle. Wait,
so what?
It's just a manufactured rock band, Glory. That's all it is.
Oh my goodness. That's so weird. So,
yeah. That's my Christmas tangent.
Wow. I love Christmas. Merry Christmas, Shane.
Merry Christmas, Glory. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Bullet for My Valentine dropped new single Rainbow Veins. I was not the biggest fan of that. It's Shane Week. It is
Shane Week, and I think that this is one of the better tracks they've put out because we've obviously been covering the entire album release. And the last time we chatted about them, it was like they postponed the record. And I was like, I think it's because of vinyl delays. It was because of vinyl delays, which is dumb. Don't postpone your record because of vinyl delays.
Please just put the record out. If people like the album, people will buy the vinyl whenever it comes out.
Or they've already got the pre-order on it. Like, come on, they're gonna fucking keep it. Like, especially if they hear the album beforehand, they're more inclined to then go buy one.
Exactly.
While they're waiting for it to come out on vinyl, because like, I want to hear this on wax, and like more people go buy it. I don't know. I don't get it.
It's ridiculous.
But whatever.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I think that this is one of the better singles that they've put out off this record. I'm still kind of iffy on the album though. Werewolves. That title. That album band.
We are wolves.
We are wolves. I hate that. I hate that band name because it's not just
we
werewolves.
It's we're. W-E.
I hate that band name.
R-E.
I hate that band name because I can't pronounce let alone We Are Wolves.
Werewolves.
Werewolves.
Werewolves. Werewolves. There you go.
It's werewolves, but like you're supposed to like enunciate.
We are.
Yeah, it's
wolves.
like I hate it. Anyways, they dropped the single "Sell Your Soul," and they got an album coming out. I think they announced it. He told us they announced it, but I was like, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's announced because he told us it was announced. I don't know when it's coming out though. He told us when it was coming out too, and I forget.
It's probably that was so long ago. That would fit. Yeah, that would fit their whole aesthetic.
So that's probably when it's coming out. Anyways, song bangs. I'm excited for the album whenever it comes out. I'm excited even though I don't know when it comes out. I'm sorry. When it shows up in the Spotify feed, I'll be like, holy fuck! Oh my god, it's out! Wow! And I'll go listen to it. I'll be like, wow, this is amazing. So yeah, the song is pretty good.
My only gripe with this song, I took that from you.
Oh wow.
We're
stealing my lines.
Is that it was a bit repetitive in some parts, and I was like, I get it. You want me to sell my soul. I got that just from reading the title. But other than that, it was a banger. It was a good track.
No that song that we interviewed him about, the sex one. It was not that song. That song's a fucking banger. Song. That song.
I know you like that song. You had the quote as your status.
I had it as my status on Discord, and I had it on loop for like weeks. And that shit rocks so hard. It was not anything like that, but the song was pretty good. And I'm very stoked for the record. As I said, whenever it comes out.
Whenever it shows up in your Spotify.
It's been announced. We still don't know.
Still don't know.
Whatever. It's our job, see it. But we don't know. Yeah.
We're just kind of free
balling the shit.
Exactly. We're just kind of doing this right now.
Obi. I missed.
No, you better make that shot if you're doing it in his name.
I still missed.
No.
I'm not very good at basketball. My bad.
Oh my god. 4 Year Strong dropped new single Pipe Dream. This song was okay.
Yeah, they're dropping a deluxe edition of the record they put out in 2020 because they're like on the road right now. So like we should make people care about this album again.
Yeah, that's good that they kind of saved it until instead of dropping it.
Because they're on the same label as it's all the bands on this tour are on the same label. It's a fucking Pure Noise tour. What am I saying? They did the same thing for Bearings and put out a deluxe edition of their record.
I love
but
Bearings.
Like before 4 Year Strong, because Bearings, like, no one really knows. Everyone's like, I know 4 Year Strong. So anyways, 4 Year Strong deluxe edition, it's coming out. The song's pretty good. Deluxe edition, I'm sure it'll be okay. I don't know, I haven't heard it yet.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be maybe
it'll suck. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it'll be 23 tracks long and just shitty ass B-sides. I don't know.
Oh my god, that was so disappointing.
It was.
I still tear up when I think about that because that's just, come on, man.
Boston Manor dropped a single, Algorithm. Shit was fucked pretty hard.
You know, I like Boston Manor.
Fair enough. I'm supposed to see them in December with fucking Neck Deep. They're on that tour.
Wait, is Hammy on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Boston Manor is a direct support, and then Hammy is right
Hammy's
underneath
the
it.
opener.
And then they've got two other bands before that, the Oxymorons and 0936 or some shit. I don't know.
That should be me. I want to see Hammy live
hitting
so
Virginia.
bad. I can't. They sold out.
Ain't there?
They sold out Virginia. Nobody sells out Virginia, but somehow they did.
Waterfarts did.
What? No, they're low. They're low on ticket. Oh, Virginia Beat. Virginia Beat sold out.
Yeah, not the other one. They're playing Virginia twice, which is really weird.
Who goes to Virginia twice? I've been asking for it, but it's like you're not actually supposed to like listen to me.
You're not supposed to do that. No one goes to Virginia. No one plays 2 shows. No one plays any shows in Virginia, let alone 2.
Literally, what are you doing here? Twice.
Bands played Virginia twice in their entire career, and Waterpark's doing it twice in one tour.
Twice in one tour.
Whatever.
And they always hit Virginia, which is so weird. I mean, like, thanks, but like...
Really weird. Kind of cringe, too.
Are you lost?
Honestly, a little cringe. It's kind of cringe. Like when
it's kind of cringe. I live here, and I'm like, why?
Why are you
Ew, you're in Virginia? Why would you do that? Justin Courtney Pierre dropped new single Horse Racing. This banged.
And he's got EP number 3 of the year coming out.
Jesus Christ.
Next month. It's like
sleep.
Like I know like the plan was supposed to be the record, and then like he told us about this over a year ago. Go watch the interview.
Yeah.
We interviewed Motion City Soundtrack. Literally, it wasn't about his solo stuff. It was a Motion City
about
Soundtrack
Motion
interview.
City Soundtrack.
And we just wound up talking about his solo
their
shit
silly
too.
Single. Yeah.
He told us like there was the album that was supposed to come out, but he didn't get to finish recording it. So I would assume that this is just like what would have been the end of the record or whatever wasn't recorded, that he finally got recorded. But it's like, dude, just fucking take a nap. Because like from the outside, like not like if you didn't know that, you just be like, this man like should go outside. Like EP number 3, dude. Like, are you doing okay? But really, it was just an album.
Just relax.
Yeah. With probably a song or 2 added on, I don't know. We haven't gotten a chance to talk to him. Hi, Justin.
Hey, you wanna come back on the podcast?
We've got 3 EPs out. Well, 2 working on number 3. Let's chat, please. I'm begging.
You should give us an advance link to the 3rd one, so we could just talk about all 3.
Yeah, we'll chat about all 3. It'll be great. I mean, we can do it. I don't know. We got some afternoon avails. I'm sure it'll work out.
I'm sure.
I'm just saying. I was shooting my shot. I'm saying Kobe this time. We're gonna make it this time.
Okay, you better.
I said Kobe. Now we gotta make it. So Justin,
good. Yeah,
balls in your court.
Kind of have to. Yeah.
Balls in your court. I missed the last one, so
yeah.
Which
gotta make you're not supposed to.
Yeah. I'm not very good at basketball, so.
Neither am I.
Yeah. Magnolia Park put out a song, Back Home.
I liked this.
Signed to Epitaph Records.
What?
They've been blowing up and 100% deserve it because like they've been a band that's like been on my radar, and I like listened to their shit because I was like, I got to see the hype behind this band. And I was like, I get it. And then they just like announced out of nowhere that they signed to Epitaph, and then they went on TikTok and they were like, we quit our jobs because we're just gonna hustle the fuck out of this band. And I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I respect it. I hope you guys just hit the road, Like Ask Alexandria style, 300 days out of the year, you're on the fucking road.
That song is just so
blow up, and you have millions of monthly listeners in a couple of years, and it'll be great. And I hope it works out, and I think it will because their shit rips.
So, they actually have stuff to back up them quitting their jobs. It's not like
quit my job for my shitty emo project.
Well, you don't have to.
I'm not even naming any names because I don't know anybody that quit their job for their emo project. Either. So I'm just saying I didn't quit my job for my shitty emo project. Like
exactly, they actually have like stuff and fans to back it up. Yeah, it's not like they just started. Yeah. And they're like, I think I'm gonna quit my job.
I think this one's gonna work out.
Yeah, this is gonna be the one. So and it's like, dude, you just started yesterday.
They've got a Halloween mixtape dropping at the end of the month. That's another album coming out off Epitaph on the 29th.
Ooh, okay. Are you reading that?
No, this is Discord that I had open.
Oh. Okay.
I just knew that off the top of my head because I sent an email to interview them today.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. So good job. Good job on that.
I was on Epitaph's website just going through like, all right, who's dropping an album?
What's happening? What's happening this month? C4 Cinema dropped a new single. If you deserve it, you deserve it. Self-explanatory. I mean, this is banged. I like C4 Cinema.
Yeah.
My favorite one is still one of the songs that they dropped on the bundle. Not the one with the funky name, because I didn't like that one, but the other one that they dropped, their first round of singles. I liked that one.
Okay. What, like the lead single, I guess? Because wasn't there two on that?
There were two.
Whatever the first one was, because the second one was funky and weird. This EP, this single, sorry, not EP. This single was good.
For some reason, Spotify's marking all the songs that they've dropped as an EP, so I was a little confused.
Because when you're in an album cycle, depending on your distributor, Spotify will bundle it all together, and that's how you know an album's coming. If a band hasn't announced it yet, if the songs are starting to bundle together, like in the case of Memphis May Fire, they have something coming because all the songs are bundling together. That's just an example off the top of my head. Obviously, we know C4 Cinema has an album coming. It's coming out next month. But they're bundling together. That's why it's not really an EP. The song rips. I think it might actually be my favorite. The burp was very appropriate for the band we're talking about, though. I think they'd get a kick out of that.
They'd love it.
So, a very good song. I'm very excited for the album. Thanks. Trivium.
Who are you thanking?
Trivium dropped a single. The whatever. I don't care. Whatever the fuck it's called.
Phalanx?
Yeah, sure. The Phalanx. A 7-minute track.
Good lord.
That's kind of Trivium style. So
Trivium needs to find a new style. Because, I listened to it, but I don't have the time for that, man.
I listened to it twice and I was like, you know what, this kind of rocks. And the album comes out this Friday. I'm stoked as fuck for it. But I thought that the song was pretty good. I just think that a 7-minute track, whether it's a single or not, is ballsy. I think a 7-minute single is really ballsy, but I think a 7-minute track in general is just ballsy. But you know what? Whatever. They're rocking. So
I just think that people should not put out songs unless you have a way that you're going to keep me entertained. I didn't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Unless I like you as an artist, so like Tyler the Creator, Green Day, sometimes they have that one holiday song.
They've got like 2 or 3 on that one album alone.
Yeah, literally. Isn't like half the album like just songs bundled together for some because reason?
Spotify, the streaming version is like that. There's only like 2 songs on the record that are like 9 minutes long, but on Spotify they bundled a bunch of songs together for some reason to like cut the track list in half. I don't know why. That's so now dumb. All the songs are 7 minutes long, but there's 2 songs in every thing. Unless the song is already super long or is like a single, because like Wake Me Up When September Ends is by itself, but is like a digestible track at like 3.5 minutes long. But everything else,
a very good track.
Is just kind of like fucking stuck together, and it's really weird.
It's weird.
That's one of the only albums I've actually bought because I was like, I'm not listening to the streaming version of this. This is dumb.
It's too much. Yeah. Let me skip a couple songs. Handpick which ones. Yeah. Between You and Me dropped a new single, Butterflies. I liked this a lot. I enjoyed this with my whole heart. It was amazing. It was spectacular. Amazing. Clap, clap, clap. Chef's kiss. Amazing song. I loved it.
Yeah, the song was pretty fucking good. album comes out next month, November 12th. It's gonna be pretty fucking dope. I'm excited because all the singles have been good, so it's gonna be dope AF.
It's going to be metal.
Said the Sky and the Main dropped a single, Go On Then Love.
I love the Main so much. The vocalist's voice makes my brain happy. Just so many good memories just with his voice. It's just so iconic. I love it. And that song made me want to listen to the Main's entire discography just because of his voice.
Oh, hey, that's all I have to say. The guy from Losing Score rated us. We had 9 people watching. Yeah, like the Twitch rated viewers over. So thanks.
I was like, rated us?
No, rated.
Were we rated well?
Rated.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, people. We're talking about music.
Well, it's done, thank God.
Yeah, finally. So what'd you think of this track?
It was good. I said that, didn't I? No, I'm thinking back to Between You and Me, whatever.
Yeah,
this song was good. John's an interesting man. John.
Wait, is he like weird?
You haven't seen the Main live yet. He's an experience.
Like good.
Yeah, like he's just wild. Like
I was scared he was like problematic or something.
No. He's just wild on stage. Okay. Cool. Like I've seen him at a venue that's outside facing the beach, and there's hotels around it because it's like in the middle of a fucking beach town, you know. I've seen him there twice, and the second time I saw him there, like there's people that come out, you know, out from the hotels and watch because like they, you know, whatever, you're paying $500 a month a day for the room anyway, so you might as well just fucking watch a concert going on. And he was just like pointing at them like, can you hear me all the way over there? And like trying to get like crowd interaction from like 500 feet away. And meanwhile there's a crowd of 3,000 people in front of him, and he's hyper focused on the 5 people standing on the balcony on the top floor of the fucking hotel all the way over there. And then like COVID this man had a beer thrown up to him on stage. I don't know if it was open or not, and he just drank it. They made it through the entire tour and went to the UK and came back, and they didn't stop once. They were one of the only bands on Sad Summer that didn't have to stop at all because of COVID. Dude. Them and All Time Low, and they were the ones that were just like, fuck it, let's just like, we're partying, man. Like this is like tour with no COVID going on. Like let's just fucking, you know, live it.
Wow.
And it was like, man, I don't know.
I can't imagine just drinking somebody's like
spit
drink and they just get thrown on stage. You're like, oh, cool, thanks. All right. Well, The Neighborhood dropped a new single, Fallen Star.
Sucked.
I'm not the Neighborhood fan. I'm not a stan. But they were just in my new release radar thing, and I added it, and I was not impressed.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, he didn't just drink that, by the way. He shotgunned it. Sam reminded me in the chat. I was there. I just remember there was a beer on stage, and it was gone. He drank it. And it was in his mouth, and I'm not sure if it was open or not, but it was really fucking weird.
Well, if it was shotgunned, then I would assume that it was new, because you have to crack it.
Yeah, no, but they crack all the beers for you when you buy them, and it came from the crowd.
What?
So it's not like it couldn't have, like, it's not like it was.
That's gotta be unsafe. Like just cracking beers for everybody, like before, like.
No, that's just like they're bartenders, so that's like their job.
Oh,
you know, like they crack the water for, like they open the water bottle for you when they buy it. Yeah, they crack the beer open for you. Like it's kind of what they do.
Oh, never mind.
Because they're not like a real bartender. They're just fucking grabbing the shit out of it. Like that's what makes them feel like a bartender. They open the drink for you.
Why are you shaming beach bartenders, dude?
No. This isn't a beach bartender. This is in the venue.
Oh,
so like,
okay.
Like when you just go up and you're like, hi, I want a water, and they're like, I'm gonna open the water for you, so I feel like I'm doing something, and then you give them the money, and they're like, you can't have the cap now, and I'm like, what do you mean I can't have the cap?
What if I want to reseal it?
Yeah, what if I want to put it in my back pocket? Now I can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless I want my back pocket full of water.
Oh, unless I just want my $5 water to spill everywhere. Come on. And now that these I got a gripe with this shit. You know,
okay,
I don't even care. Like you can take my cap as long as I have a bottle of water. But now the venues are like Live Nation and Liquid Death like made out.
Oh my God.
And now they're like, you know, being together, and like there's Liquid Death in all the venues I go to, and it's like some of them still have bottled water, some of them don't. I would rather go into the bathroom and drink out of the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
The venue toilet. Like, someone could have freshly shit in there, and I would rather drink out of that than drink that liquid death shit. It's awful. The cans
what makes it so awful?
It just like, because like you can put a flavor drink in the can and you don't like taste the can because the flavor is so like, you know, there, because that's just, you know, what they do.
That's just how it does. Yeah.
When you put water in a can and it sits, the metallic taste like gets in the can water. And this is, I couldn't spell metallic, which is why I didn't tweet this part. Hot take, I can't spell either. So it just tastes like dog shit. And like, so you're drinking this dog shit water. The can is cold as fuck because for some reason they put it at the bottom and then they just put a fuck ton of ice over it, and then they like grab it and they give it to you and they're like, good luck. And you're like, I can't hold this, it's freezing in my hand. And they're like, fuck you. And then so I got this thing, and I'm like, I don't want to like hold it in like a hand, and like, because like I just want to like, I want both my hands. Like, I'm trying to chill. Like, I record songs from the set because I'm a loser. Like, I need both my hands. Like, I know this isn't an everybody problem. This is definitely just a me problem. And like the other 5 people that record videos and then post them on YouTube, they get me. But I can't put it in my fucking back pocket, because if someone as much as bumps into me, fucking half my $5 piss can is fucking gone. Gone. Like, once it gets to a certain point, obviously you can put it in your back pocket, but you're also your butt's gonna get fucking frostbite because it's so fucking cold. Yeah. Like, I had the can for like a half an hour because I was like, you know, the first time I got it, I was like, I just chugged it and I was like, you know what, I hope I don't die of thirst at 11 o'clock when the show's over. The second time I was like, you know what, I'll wait until the opening band comes on and then, you know, I'll finish it and throw it out and that'll be the end. I just hate it. And I hate that all the venues are going to it. Like, for a seated show, it's one thing. Like, granted, it tastes like piss water. But at least I could like put it down. I don't have to hold it or anything. But like for these standing room shows, man, I want my bottles back. Like, and someone like tried to accuse me of like wanting global warming and like pollution.
The plastic.
Yeah, the plastic. I never said that like I was for pollution. I just think that the water in the can tastes like dog shit. I don't care what else you package it in. Like, you could put it in paper and it'll probably taste bad in that too, but at least it won't taste like metal. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it that's like very gross, and like I've had water from a box and it doesn't taste nearly as bad as that. Like, I still like prefer my water from, you know, a bottle. But you could just make the bottle really thin. I don't know, like if you like look at it the wrong way, it breaks. Like, I don't know, like whatever. I just fuck the can, man. I hate it. I really do. That's my gripe. That's what's going to make me stop going to concerts, is if they fully switch over to liquid death. And it's like, half the venues I go to, especially the bigger ones, you can bring a water in, and I just buy a really obnoxious size water bottle, and I'm like, I'm doing great. But these standing room venues don't let you do that. So I'm just here, I'm drinking my $5 can of liquid death that I have to finish in 15 minutes so that I don't get frostbite on my hand and have to go to the ER before the headliner comes on, you know. And I have to like surgically remove the fucking can from my hand because it got stuck to it. I don't know.
Wow.
Do you mind pronouncing the first name on here?
Caliuchis. Callie. I just call her Callie.
Okay, Callie and SZA put out a song. You want to just say the single too, because I can't.
Bestie, I may be Mexican, but I cannot speak Spanish.
I don't want to fuck it up and look like an asshole. So you want to just say it's Major. Yeah, I was like, I'm going with Major for the second one. I just didn't want to fuck up the first part. Anyways,
I know I didn't pronounce that properly.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna.
You put
translate.
more effort in than I was going to. Mine was gonna be Faye Major, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Listen, I don't know where the A came from in either of those words. But I add random letters into all my words.
You do.
Gloria would be like, so what do you think the band name is for this one? I'm like, oh, you know, it's this. And Gloria's like, where the fuck did you even get that from?
Where did you get the H?
Like, the H is silent, man. What the fuck? It's a silent H, Gloria. Come on. Anyways, I don't know. I didn't really like this song.
I liked this a lot. I need SZA to do more Spanish songs. And I also really liked this collab. I liked them both. I didn't see this coming at all until Callie announced it. And I was like, oh my God, And then that was it. I really enjoyed it. I liked this a lot. They did well. It was better than that Billie Eilish Spanish song. That I didn't get
it. A Spanish song?
Yeah, that was at like the beginning of the year, I think.
Oh, that's right.
She did a Spanish song with somebody. Oh. And I was like, dude, what? Oh. What is I don't know. Anyways, Mom Jeans dropped a new single. What's up? I like this.
Honestly, I have said a lot of things about Mom Jeans. Like, I hate Mom Jeans. You
don't like Mom Jeans?
I don't like. But there's a but to this statement. Okay, I haven't liked the shit that they put out previously. Like, because I had listened.
You don't like Best Buds?
No, I had listened to some of their shit because I saw part of their set. It said summer 2019, whatever. I thought the song was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
They're just something about the rest of their stuff that like I don't really fuck with. Not sure what. As we know, the more twinkles, the more anger I get filled with, and they got some of those going on. They got the rougher vocals going on, but this song was like the perfect mix. I'm like, this is actually pretty good. Maybe I am a little stoked for this record, just a little.
I am.
Tiny bit.
Yeah.
Maybe I do have to go back and revisit their stuff. If I like the album, comes out in February. Maybe we'll get in advance. Probably not.
I hope so. Come on the podcast.
Maybe I'll go back and listen to the rest of their shit. But as of right now, all I know is I like this track, so that's pretty cool.
That's good.
Character development.
I'm just kind of sad that you don't like Best Buds. I love the cover art. Just fills me with so much joy. It's just.
Well, now we're going to talk about a band that I don't like and I've had no character development towards. Wallows put out a single. I don't want to talk. I don't want to listen to this song. That's what I don't want to do.
I loved it. It was so it was like pop, but it wasn't like pop. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this song a lot. I really liked it. And I'm really sad that you didn't like it. Just no.
Nah. Nope.
Okay. Moving on. Halogens and Save Face dropped. Oh, this is the last one, by the way. Halogens and Save Face dropped a new single Without Warning. I did not see this. Well, I saw it coming, obviously, because they announced it. But I never would have put these two together. Is that just me? Like, I wouldn't have put them together. But I mean, it works and it was good. I just never would have put these two bands together.
This isn't a collab I thought I would see ever.
No.
But it fucks.
It does.
So that's pretty exciting. Halogens has got their album coming out in 2 weeks.
Woo!
Go stream it when it comes out.
Yes. And Save Face has their album coming out at the end of the month. Go stream that. I just love Save Face so much.
Go listen to that. And that is all the topics we have today.
That was an hour and a half.
That was an hour and a half. You can follow us on Twitter, it's Good Noise. Good Noise _cast. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. TikTok is Good Noise Podcast. We drop bangers on TikTok.
Yep.
I put my Sprite Cranberry into a
Fred
penis. Talk. We are the creators of Fred Talk, and then I put my Sprite Cranberry bottles into a penis shape today. It looks like a penis, but only if I tell you that it looks like a penis, because really it just looks like bottles. I thought it was the funniest shit when I was doing it. I was like, this is a banger.
This is hilarious. I could see you just setting them up and you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be so good.
Yeah, and no one thinks it's all that good.
Give it time.
Anyways, YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Every audio streaming platform ever is Good Noise Podcast. Our Bandcamp is goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com, and our Patreon is patreon.com/goodnoisepodcast. Claire's got your Patreon supporters and your important plugs, and we're gonna go the fuck to bed.
I'm so tired. I'm tired. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. My brother, my uncle, Matt from Pulses, Jeremy, Brady, Micah, Zari, and Eric. You guys are doing great. You guys are legends. You guys rock. Yeah, thank you. Good job.
Thanks.
Important plug. Please wear your mask. I do not care if you're vaccinated. I do not care if you're not vaccinated. Wear your mask. Thank you. For some reason, I'm seeing a lot more uproar with the vaccine mandates and whatnot. Shut up. Get a vaccine. Yeah, kids get babies get vaccines. You can get a vaccine. They didn't just pull this vaccine out of their rear end. They've been working on this for a while. It's not new. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. And don't be a jerk. Be a good person today. Yeah. Try something new. If you're usually not a good person. You might like it.
Yeah, you should try being a good person if you're not. It's dope sometimes.
Sometimes it's dope.
Sometimes it's kind of dope.
And stream what is it? Dad Vibes. Dad Vibes by Limp Bizkit. Fred Durst, come on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you very shortly to talk about more Limp Bizkit, I'm sure.
I love Limp. Oh, wait, announcement. New Trapped by the end of the month, right?
New Trapped on October 22nd. I don't know if they've announced it yet, but we're announcing it for them. New Trapped October 22nd. It's going to be
How did
dope.
You get that information?
The Kingdom League server, because I chill in there, like, because they somehow get information before we do about shit.
Yeah,
but like,
and it's like we're literally in with everybody.
Yeah,
how are you guys getting this?
It's like we get press releases. How the fuck do you know that the track that hasn't been announced yet comes out? And like, I'm like, whatever. There's no leaks going on the server anymore. I just use it to keep up with the music news, and that's also the release radar that I use to make our playlist.
I can't believe Trapped is like big enough. Not still
it's
relevant
a meme.
enough.
That's why.
Oh,
it's just a meme. Like no one
good.
like the like. That's one of the ones that like when you go through the release feed, there's like 17 throw up reactions on it, 4 poop emojis, and then someone writes out "this is shit," and everyone reacts to it, and it's like
and upvotes it, whatever.
Yeah. So that's what goes on.
Glad they're not getting any positive. Really. Oh, he's our oomph on TikTok. He
followed us back on TikTok.
So hopefully now. He sees.
That's why we started using TikTok more, is because we want Chris Taylor Brown to see our TikToks.
Yeah.
Follow us on TikTok, please.
I dislike him.
Anyways,
I strongly dislike him.
I have been Shane. And we will see you next week for hopefully more Limp Bizkit content. Goodbye.
Oh, my limp scared me.
All right, on that note, goodbye.